So where do you... Okay, so how does this work? Do you find... It's like a serious question now.
That's a serious face.
So you're at school, and you're funny, and I would imagine you would think that you're not the funniest one at school. You probably think you're all right, but there's always someone funnier. Every time you speak to a comedian, they always go, I was never the funny one at school.
That was
always
whatever, Billy
Tomo
Jenkins. Yeah.
was always the funny one.
Yeah.
Where's he now? He's in jail. Whatever. And then you write some material, you have a go at it, but you've no idea. You don't know how to be a stand-up.
Yep.
There's no rules. There's no book. There's no one to go. You can't go to the Stand-Up Advice Bureau and go, what do I do? So you've got to learn it all proper from scratch.
I think that's why you never see stand-ups on like Britain's Got Talent and stuff like that.
Right.
Because you do need to just... The only way you can learn is just by gigging.
Right.
You go on it first, you don't have a clue how to hold the
Yeah.
microphone. I think that's what makes it funny. When you go to an open mic night, sometimes I drop by to try out some new material these days, and you see some guys on, they're quite slick, they've read the manual, and it's never as funny as watching a guy. It's just natural funny bones, but potential to be a total car crash. It's
nice when you go to one of those nights and someone walks on and goes, Good evening, how you doing? So, I mean, what a nightmare. You can hear the crowd going, we can't hear you! Sorry, what? We can't hear you! Hello? Can you hear me? I love that.
Is it not really scary doing comedy if you're going to a comedy club and you're part of a bill, and then obviously you've got the crowd to worry about, but you've got the other comedians. Now, they must be the harshest critics in the world, aren't they? Because do they not sort of stand there and there's all that competitive
What Dave's saying, isn't it true? All stand-up comedians are slightly psychopaths. They're all a bit
Probably.
nuts. They're all nuts.
I think I've proved myself as a psychopath yet. I'm working on that.
But often they're not the funny.
Give me time.
You get in there.
They're often not the funniest people, though, despite what you may think. Do you know what I mean?
Stand-ups?
Yeah, when they're not on
Listen, Kevin, what we're saying is you must have met some screwed-up stand-up comics.
You meet a lot of guys maybe turn to stand-up in a midlife crisis.
Right.
A lot of very insecure people, I reckon.
Right.
You see them on stage and they're like, yeah, my wife. And then you see them in the dressing room sitting there with their head in their hands, just shaking backwards and forwards, and you're going, oh, that's the life for me, this.
So many people try it these days as well.
Yeah.
Because they're live at the Paul on the roadshow, it's impossible to get a gig these days, like for starting out. So
you got your DVD out, and you've got a TV show which you're doing, which you did, what, the first one last night?
Recorded the first show last night. Now just sitting hoping nothing at all happens. It doesn't go on until Saturday night, so hope Sky News just come on and say today nothing at all has happened. So
this is stand up for the week, so it's like the week.
A week's
news in comedy.
Yeah, so obviously, the nightmare is if a huge topical story breaks on the Friday.
If Colonel Gaddafi and Prince William go on a mental night for his stag do or something like that, and then
you're done.
We're finished. We don't mention it. We're just talking about Charlie Sheen. So hopefully he does something mental, Charlie Sheen.
I bet you're loving Charlie Sheen.
He's good value for money.
Yeah.
He loves Charlie Sheen.
Who doesn't love Charlie Sheen?
He's by winning.
Charlie Sheen! Winning! Do you think he's mad?
Do I think Charlie Sheen's mad? No, I think he's just misunderstood. I think it's just Lent, innit? He's given up a few things for Lent.
He should be a publicist.
He's given up his career for Lent. He's given up his kids for Lent. He's given up sleep for Lent.
I think he's nuts. I think the guy's nuts. Tiger blood. I'm on a drug called Charlie Sheen. I'm not mad. No, of course you're not, Mr. Sheen. Seen one of those videos on the internet where he does his show from his house.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there at the desk, and he's got like a couple of people. He's got this guy sitting next to him who just laughs at everything he says. I think at one point Charlie says something like, "Which camera are we on?" And the guy goes, "Oh, really? No, it's that one. Sorry, I thought you were." It's just cringeworthy.